Hi, beautiful human beings. I am recording this video for those of you who have not met me yet, and I feel called to share with you a little bit about who I am and a little bit of my story. So, right now, I am living this life in Guatemala in a beautiful community of about 8 to 10 people. It varies. And doing the work that I love doing. My biggest joy in life right now is experiencing intimate spaces with others. And when I say intimate, sometimes people think about the intimacy in terms of the sexual intimacy. And I mean, when I say intimacy, I mean intimate connection. Can be heart to heart connection, it can be physical touch, and it can be just beautiful moments of being one next to the other in the kitchen, in the community kitchen, not saying even one word, but feeling connected. Just because there is that connection. And I notice how much I thrive in the community, how much I enjoy that, even when there are challenging people, even when the dynamics are kind of going through a roller coaster, how much I'm able to navigate through that and grow and expand through whatever emerges in the collective space here. And that has not always been my case. Actually, in the past, even just maybe a year, 2 years back, I was finding it very challenging to be in a group. Since I was a teenager, when I've had some very kind of traumatic experiences um, in my school, in my high school, where I started to shut down and experiencing the feelings of not belonging, not fitting in, being a weirdo, a really person that kind of people feel like that's like some yeah something is weird about her or whatever the experience I've had. At least that's the assumption I was making how they perceive me. And till very very late in my life, in work environments, to the point that I started avoiding at any cost being in a group. Even as a yoga teacher at my yoga studio, we had to have sometimes staff meetings. I noticed how even as a yoga teacher, the time where I kind of was more in connection with myself, more understanding of my process, still how much discomfort I was experiencing being in the group of my fellow yoga teachers, people that's supposed to be like-minded, that I felt that, yeah, really I'm resonating on their level. I still was not able to relate with ease, to find connection in an easy way. There were so many projections that I was making about the way others experience me and what that means to be myself with others. There was a lot of difficulty really in being myself. There was a lot of discomfort in just relaxing with who I am when I was relating with others. There was always this feeling that I really cannot be the way I am. I cannot reveal how I truly feel. That's not going to be received well. So there was a lot of kind of like holding back here. And all this changed for me because of the practice of circling. The lockdown times when I found myself being by myself for about 8, 9 months, house sitting, a big mansion on the slope of a volcano. Um, I discovered this online platform, the Connection Institute, and had the opportunity to join the sessions of circling. And circling, what it really is mindfulness plus authentic relating. It's kind of like a very organic process where we're being in the space together. In that case, it was online virtual space, and being present with what's alive for us and just sharing that, checking the impacts. And that whole practice is really in service of one to connect with themselves while being in the space with others and reveal their experience and see how that's being perceived. And yeah, just check the assumptions that we are making. um, Practice setting boundaries, practice whatever I wanted to practice, whatever I wanted to experience, practice how I'm being perceived by others, like checking in how I'm being perceived by others. So all this like very edgy stuff, it creates those kind of safe spaces. There are certain principles that ensure the safety. And the first of them, one of the primary principles is honoring oneself, really honoring oneself. Yeah, owning your own experience, honoring oneself, checking your assumptions, welcoming everything. The one of the principles that there is nothing that we need to fix here. All of the human experience is legit, and we're just here to get curious and to explore. So that practice, that immersion that I've had for about a year on that platform, has transformed my life, has transformed me in terms of how I'm able to show up in the spaces with others. When the lockdown finished and I came back into the world, it was still a few years to integrate that experience with others. And the final integration was here in the community where I'm staying now for about 8-9 months. And thanks to the small size of the community, again, the safety that I've experienced here, I could step more and more into my authentic self. I could allow myself more and more to be my weird self, which is a really weird thing. Because I can be very spontaneous and playful, and yeah, and also seeing how that impacts people in supporting them, trusting even more of their authentic expression and trusting even more that who they are and how they are and their boundaries and their needs are can be expressed and can be received, and there is a way. So yeah, just wanted to share with you here a little bit about myself and how truly transformative the practice of circling was for me. Coming from the place of feeling that I will never be able to enjoy this life because I never can really be with others and be myself, and into the place where, yes, I can be fully myself. And actually, that creates amazing intimacy in all my connections, amazing depth where others feel seen and heard, and I feel seen and heard. And there's just so much beauty that's coming out of sharing the spaces with others, that there's always this longing in me, like, oh wow, okay, what else am I going to experience in my next day? Who else am I going to meet? Or what else is going to transpire from the interaction with those who are already here around me? I'm going to finish here. I am recording this video because I am launching two transformative circling journeys where I will hold the space for people, for whoever joins, to go through this transformation, circling transformation with me, and to support them in stepping into their authenticity, to empower them in embodying even more of who they are, and to give them tools to take that into their lives, to practice. And I would love to invite you to consider joining these journeys with me. in a safety, where we would do this exploration in the safety of a small group. I feel that I want to limit this time to 6 people. There's still spots available in both versions, in person and online. So if you are feeling the call, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to give you more information and chat with you and see if that's something that's will be in a true service of your path, in true service of your journey. Sending you so much love.